And this Kansas arrest just today, it's happening, though, often. Hundreds of Americans from around the country rushing to join ISIS. Lieutenant Colonel Alan West joins us. Good evening, sir. And I mean, the idea that a car bomb ready to go at Fort Riley, obviously the FBI were all over this guy, but another very bad sign.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and I find it very ironic that on the day when we were awarding some 47 Purple Hearts to the victims of the jihadist terrorist attack at Fort Hood, we have the uncovering of this terrorist plot at Fort Riley. And I was stationed at Fort Riley back in the late 80s and the early 90s with the 1st Infantry Division before I went to Desert Storm, and then also I was stationed down at Fort Hood. But what we have to come to realize again, and I know you're going to say I'm a broken record, but we do have a domestic jihadist problem here in the United States of America. We had several young ladies that were picked up in Brooklyn and also in Philadelphia this week. We had 2 individuals that had connections to the Illinois Army National Guard that were picked up last week. So we have got to focus on this. And as a matter of fact, the FBI director said that they have investigations in every single state in the United States of America relating to Islamic terrorism and associations with ISIS.
Yeah, I do not. I mean, of course, all law-abiding citizens in this country don't understand how anyone could possibly want to join ISIS. But I just can't figure out. I got to tell you, the women, who want to go over there and be treated like that. That's the real, to me, is the. I don't get the women.
Yeah, but see, that's the problem, Greta, in that we are not delegitimizing that ideology. We're not meeting them on the information operations battlefield and attacking them and eroding the support that they're trying to establish here in the United States of America. That's the first foremost thing that you have to do, is to destroy that ideology. And then you start to take away its means by which it can find weapons and material and individuals that want to go and be part of that organization and support.
And good for our FBI, because it's so easy to make a car bomb and so easy to do so much, and they stopped this one. Colonel West, I want to talk to you about some more disturbing news tonight. ISIS now demanding $30 million to free 300 Syrian Christian hostages. They were kidnapped in February. ISIS militants have been killing and kidnapping Christians, as well as destroying churches and Christian graveyards across Iraq and Syria. So now they want $30 million to free these Christians. What are we going to do?
Well, unfortunately, I don't think that we should be negotiating and providing ransom money. And we know what ISIS does to Christians. It's an incredible juxtaposition when you think about earlier this week at the Easter prayer breakfast, the president was attacking Christians for saying bad things about him. But yet we have not heard about the incessant and continuous savage and barbarism that ISIS shows towards Christians. And here we are bringing in more Syrian Muslims from that area instead of trying to get Christians out of that area. We have to once again get on this battlefield and take this fight to ISIS and understand that it is backed by their belief and their faith system and their religion, instead of trying to dismiss this each and every instance.
ISIS kills an awful lot of Muslims as well, but they certainly have the target on the back of Christians. I mean, even you've got Pastor Abedini in the Iranian prison. You've got Boko Haram going into these villages and killing all the Christians. I mean, at some point, I remember Madeleine Albright, when she was UN ambassador, she's always said that, her biggest regret is that she turned her back on the slaughter in Rwanda. Well, we're certainly turning our back on a lot of this slaughter.
Yes, we are. And just think about last weekend as we were going into Easter with Al-Shabaab and what they did at the university in Kenya, where they asked people to recite a Quranic verse, and if they couldn't, they identified them as Christians and they killed them. We have to stand up and stop trying to go back and have revisionist history talking about the Crusades and deal with this enemy and their intentions right now in the present day.
I wonder what Madeleine Albright would say about this slaughter, because just for the way she feels about the slaughter in Rwanda and how the world did nothing as hundreds of thousands were killed. But maybe she'll come talk to us. Anyway, Colonel West, thank you for joining us.
All that's necessary for evil to triumph if it's good men to do nothing.
Good point. Thank you, sir.